Welcome to Christian Statesman. This is episode 4. What is American exceptionalism? We hear arguments from both sides of the issue regarding American exceptionalism. The position of the left is that America was never really anything special, and that a view of exceptionalism is unjust and unfair to our posture with other nations in the world. The position of the right maintains America is an exceptional country, one unlike any other country in history. Let's examine this proposition through two specific lenses: free markets and religion. The early writings of such luminaries as John Locke and Adam Smith described what life might be like if free markets had an opportunity to be expressed in an environment relatively free of interference. Europe had long labored under a feudalistic system in which royalty owned everything, and title and land were passed on only to an allegiant aristocracy. The rest of the population functioned as serfs, being condemned to a lifetime of servility, without opportunity to improve their standing. The colonists in America began to realize another vision. In a new land with new opportunities, entrepreneurialism sprang forth. America and the abundance she possessed offered the chance for any individual with adequate moxie to carve out a niche for themselves and improve their lives. Land was abundant, and one of lower class need not wait interminably for an aristocratic handout. They could take the risk, head into the wilderness, and carve out what they were able. After the War for Independence, an evolutionary, and many would say revolutionary, system of free market exchange developed in America. In the 20th century, this concept came to maturity, and America began a string of innovation and economic leadership that finds us today producing 25% of the world's wealth with just 5% of the population. The only true roadblock to allowing this system to prosper further is bureaucratic interference and overreach. Free markets are perfectly moral. The market decides what you can produce based on consumers' desires to buy. If you provide a good service or a good product that people want at a profit, you prosper. If you do not, you fail. It is the essence of fairness. It is perfectly just. The greatest threat today is to try and demand equality of outcome in a free market system. Under this guise, continual regulation is heaped upon commerce. This makes the true unbiased actions of a free market much more difficult to realize. But in terms of historic market opportunity, America is indeed the most exceptional nation in history. Our economic strength and continuing innovation is Exhibit A in support of this premise. In terms of religion, we can begin by stating unequivocally that America is indeed the most exceptional nation in history. A review of Christianity in Europe from the 4th century onward illustrates that even good intentions can become a theocratic monopoly. The Protestant movement, beginning with Martin Luther, demonstrated that diverse opinions on religion and worship had merit, but it was a long road from Lutheranism to the Church of England to the multifaceted religious revolution that took place on American soil. Only under the guise of constitutional liberty could true Christianity grow into its own as it has today. And in this dynamic, America stands alone among the nations. Other lands have followed suit in the last century or two, but in no place is the Word of God as free to roam as it is in America. Just on these 2 points alone, America is unique among the nations of history. But this is an ongoing experiment, and one which is difficult to sustain. Are we salient enough to recognize just how special this nation is? Are we willing to support these exceptional traditions and histories in our own daily walk? Are we willing to turn a deaf ear to those who deign to lead us in a different direction by declaring America was never exceptional? If we want to maintain our exceptionalism, as it now stands, we must choose to do exactly that.